A local professor who just returned following several months in Egypt is giving us insight into clashes there. Eyewitness News reporter Marilyn Scherer joins us now from our studio with new details tonight. Marilyn?
Well, we spoke with a professor emeritus at Rhode Island College who is an expert on Egypt and was in the country giving tours when the protests began. As most Americans watch the Egyptian protest movement from their home television sets or computers, Dr. Richard Lobban of Cranston was in Cairo and literally in the midst of it. He was evacuated from Egypt and only returned home Thursday night. He says there were moments during the uprising outside his luxurious hotel that were terrorizing.
I couldn't go out on the street because there was gunfire, looting, roadblocks, checkpoints, tanks staring at you, armored personnel, fixed bayonets.
Lobban is a professor who teaches military security at the Naval War College. He's an archaeologist and author of several books on Egypt and the Sudan. He says the effort to oust Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak is at a standstill.
Because this is now essentially like a civil war, virtual civil war. And, of course, war is always about politics. That's what war is always about anyway, according to classic military theory. And the issue is who's going to win, who's going to lose.
Lobban says Egypt is important to the U.S. because it is a cornerstone of the Arab world. And President Obama, he says, was tactful in suggesting Mubarak transition out of power.
He got as close to saying that, and in diplomatic terms, there is no ambiguity. He said, now, meaning yesterday, and you should leave immediately and prepare a transitional government.
And Dr. Lobban tells us when the military police shut off the internet and all communication, he said that was actually counterproductive because it forced more people out into the streets to try and get information. He says this rebellion is bigger than anyone ever imagined, including the 250,000 Egyptians living in the U.S. and the 500 families living in Cranston. Reporting with the newsroom, Marilyn Scherer, Eyewitness News.